All right, welcome to another episode of ZBrush on the iPad. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the Dynamesh sphere. You start with whatever you like. And what we're going to do is something that has been mentioned in the comments with regard to setting up multiple image planes to go ahead and start your sculpt from. And so what you need to do is import those images initially. So they're inside of ZBrush and you can do with them what you want. So to do that, we click this little icon up here for import. You go to texture, select a file. Now it's important to note that it's not going to pull images from your photo library. It has to be in your files. So I moved these images over from photos to files. Okay, and we'll go ahead and import that. You know, there may be a way to select multiple, but we'll just import these one by one, just make things easy. So they should all be in there. So then what we're going to do is go to our menu, and then if you're looking at this view of your palettes, you click on texture, and then we want to pick a texture. And here are new images down here along the bottom because those were the ones most recently imported. So I'm going to start with my front image view. I've got that in there. So now, let's see, delete that. Go back in the menu, and then we want to go to floor grid. Okay. And, you know, you may have the floor grid on. I think it's default. You know, these little things may be open or not, but what you want is you got to turn on this reference image option a little bit. We're going to pick map 1 here, and then we're going to grab our first image. Okay, and because this is the front back, we put it to map 1, it put it in the front image plane area. So we got the first one down. Now let's go back in there. We're done with that one. Let's do the up down. We're going to pick map 1 again. We're going to pick this view from the top. So now look at that. They're all the same size, these images. They're lined up. You can see them from either direction. We're halfway or 2/3 of the way there. Now we're going to go to our left and right. And the image I created, I believe, is the left-hand side. So I think I'm going to need map 2 for that. Grab that. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Run into a little bit of an issue here. That's fine. Switch. No. Map 1. There it is. It's in there, but it's facing the wrong direction. So what do we do there? Flip it. Boom. And we are good to go. So I'm just more comfortable drawing the character facing the other direction. So that's what I did. But now you can refer to these views, you know, lock it in, go to orthographic where you just see the one. You can go to your transparent mode here. Make sure we're on our sphere. Transparent isn't doing anything, which is fine. You know, you can change the transparency of your front and back images. You know, maybe you want to work from this direction so you can see through it, get that face where you want it. You know, I'm looking at my image, you know, to the center line, and it's off center. So this is good that we're looking at that. Let's go front, back, and then we got these offsets, horizontal offsets. So let's try dragging this until this line's right down the middle. I've got like a negative 0.02, which I'm going to try to do negative 0.0. 5. See what that does. Okay, that shifted it over a little bit. And it may not be perfect, but you can, in reality, we've got mirror on, so as long as you're working from one side, but getting it generally in the right place is important. Then at this point, you just make sure that you've got your polysphere selected, you've got mirror on, and then it's up to you. Maybe you start with just scaling down this sphere, get it where you want it, start to block out the body. You can look at it from this angle to make sure it's lined up where you want it. Still look from the top. This shows me that perhaps we're not quite where we want to be with this image, so we can either offset this one or that one. But as you can see, you've got the tools here within ZBrush to adjust things however you like. So if we're on the up, down, and I believe this would be vertical, you can adjust that to where you want it. Maybe that would throw other things off, but that's looking pretty solid. So, and these drawings were drawings that I just sketched inside of Procreate. I did my best to generally line them up, but I'm human. I didn't make it machine accurate. So there you have it. Quick little tutorial on how to get image planes into ZBrush on the iPad.